welcome everybody to Trophy 49 of Guy Party Podcast. Welcome to the party. I'm Al, one of your hosts.
I'm Matt.
That is Matt.
As always.
See, damn it. See, when I introduced you, I don't think you're going to introduce yourself because you always complain that I don't introduce you.
I got to keep you on your toes.
You bastard. Well, anyway, welcome to Guy Party Podcast, guys. Welcome to the party. We're getting close to our 50th episode, man. We got to make it special, so start thinking.
What one is this? 49?
49.
Okay.
So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, check us out, guys. Instagram. We have an account, guy_party_pod. Send us an email with any questions or comments or anything on Gmail. guyparty91@gmail.com. You can hit Matt or I up directly on Instagram too, as well, if that's a thing. And we also, Matt's been streaming for a while, but I just started streaming a little bit ago, so. If you guys want to come check us out there as well, we will post that. You can check that on our Instagram. You can find our names there. I don't want to feel like saying them there now. But anyway, with that out of the way, I'm going to ask Matt how his week was and see if anything interesting happened in the world of Matt. The world of Matty Brook Daddy.
What? I'm never ready for this.
I ask you every week.
I know, and I'm still never ready. You would think I am.
You got to get ready, man. Get
good.
Ready.
Anywho. I don't think I've really done too much. Play a little bit of GTA with buddies. Beat Castlevania Lord of Shadows 2 finally after having it backlogged forever. So I got some more achievements in that. Playing Witcher 3, streaming that.
How far are you in Witcher right now?
I don't exactly know. So the last thing I've done is you just disappeared again. You're black. You're a black screen. There you go. Now you're back.
Why?
I don't know why you keep. I don't know.
I got a green video connection. I am good to go. I got 3 bars here.
I do not know.
Weird.
But, so I finished off the whole Baron's quest.
Okay.
And
quite a long quest.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. He's
found
a dick.
His wife, did that whole thing. I think the only 2 main quests I have now are go to Skilliag, or whatever it's called, Skillig.
No idea.
The island, and to. I was talking to Dandelion's female compatriots. I don't know necessarily what you want to call them.
I have no idea, but yeah, no. I kind of stopped playing that for a little bit, as you noticed.
Got this awesome t-shirt.
Oh, dude, that is a
Allegedly.
Good fucking t-shirt.
Allegedly.
It's allegedly a good t-shirt.
For those that don't know, it's a Letterkenny t-shirt that just says allegedly and then has an ostrich underneath. It's a reference to the show where they constantly make a reference that these 2 guys fucked an ostrich. And the one character
there
always
need to be 3. There need to be 3 people to fuck an ostrich.
The one character after everything they said just goes allegedly.
I heard he fucks an ostrich. Allegedly.
It's got that's at least a 2-person job. Allegedly.
Yeah, right. They go into how they explain it. Anyway, that's a good shirt. Goodbye, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was a goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon.
Yep.
Dude,
worth it.
Amazon is the shit. It is the devil, but it's also the shit.
Yeah, and I guess also I've just been kind of grinding out achievements on. I started Borderlands again, the first one, both the enhanced edition and the original edition.
Wait, what? You started both of them?
Well, I on the original I had 10 achievements left. Now I have 6.
So they're not the same game in your.
No, they're 2. It says Borderlands Game of the Year, and underneath it says Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced.
Oh, fuck that. Can you import? Wait. Can you import?
I can import characters.
Oh, dude, done deal then. Easy.
I don't know if that gives me all the achievements though. 50. So it's like.
So if you import a character who's level 50 already in your old playthrough, you won't get the 5 trophies for level 10,
I
20,
do
30,
not
40,
know.
50?
I'm just gonna play through it a couple times.
You should give it a shot.
Maybe we'll see.
Just for shats and gaggles.
But yeah, I have 6 achievements left in the original.
Might
which
I ask
are
what they are?
So it's beat the longer challenges on all 3 of Moxie's thing. So Moxie's DLC is the Hellburbia, Gully, Angelic Ruins, where you have to beat the 5 rounds. And
Yeah.
after you do that, it unlocks the longer challenge. Where
Dude, not fun.
do you know what the longer challenge is?
No, but
It's
I
20
know.
rounds.
Yeah, I played that, and it just grind.
Like
Grind.
so, I was playing through as Brick, and I have a class mod on for him where he regenerates rocket launcher ammo,
That's a good thing.
and I have a legendary rocket launcher. So
Nice, dude.
like all the rocket launchers I'm finding in the shop do like 2,000 to 3,000 damage less than the one I have. So I can't really find anything to upgrade it right now.
what one do you have? High
I don't know off the top of my head.
one?
but it's
Is it with an
it's
M.
strong. I honestly could not tell you the letters in the name.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm really reaching there for that, but
Yeah, you really
yeah,
are.
whatever.
But yeah, I have to do 3 of the longer challenges on each one, which is 20 rounds each. So that's 3 trophies or achievements right there. One of the 6 achievements I also need is just completed in all 3. So there's like 1 for each individual one, and then there's 1 for completing all 3 long versions of the challenge.
Jesus Christ, man.
And then the other 2 are collecting 25 claptrap oil cans and collecting 3 panties, 5 fish, and 15 pizzas from one.
You just had to say pizza, didn't you?
Yep.
God damn, I
But
want pizza now.
I was looking up the whole like Moxie's DLC Underdome thing.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Is it possible to solo this?" And someone was like, "Yeah, you can. It's really hard, but it's definitely possible." And then people were like, "I don't know if this is still true. I actually kind of want to test this tonight if one of my buddies are around." But apparently, actually, you might be able to do it. Check on yours also. It takes the level of whoever is either player 1 on console or host of an online match. And that's what it gives the enemies to base level.
Everything scales to that.
Yeah, so if player 1 or the host is level 5 and I'm level 50, it's going to be all level 5 enemies.
Ooh, it's pretty easy.
Which makes it a lot easier, especially like I said, if I'm level 63 with a rocket launcher that does 5,000 damage, like,
yeah,
you know, I was really only feeling challenge on the ends of like round 4 and round 5 towards the end.
Excuse me.
So I might see if my one buddy is around and we could possibly test that tonight. Because if we can, gonna do that. If not, it's just gonna be a long grindy grind.
But
yeah,
I mean, I can solo it very easily, so I don't have to worry about that. I
yeah,
got that shield and that gun, so if I can't do it legitimately, I'll do it the cheap way.
yeah. There you
Because
go.
I've beaten it before, so I don't need to prove anything. What's up?
Yeah. So I'm not super stoked about that. Hopped back in Sekiro. Didn't know where to go and played it for like an hour and got lost. And I was like, all right, that's all I'm gonna really do. And
Got you.
did some more Super Mario World ROM hacks and beat 1 or 2 levels and struggled on another and was like, all right, like I can't listen to this death noise 1,700 times in a matter of 15 minutes.
I saw you pop on Twitch with that, but I was at work. It just very frustrated, so I couldn't watch.
Yeah,
I'll be in the field for the next like 2 months.
that sucks.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I'm planning on, finishing Borderlands 1 normal version and then doing Borderlands 2 enhanced hopefully afterwards.
So you're gonna have to do that fucking Moxie's Underdome twice if you're gonna
Probably.
complete both of them.
Yeah.
It's a fun game though, so I
Yeah.
don't feel sorry for you because
I mean, it's also
one of my favorite
a
games.
way where it's like it's going to be an easy way for whoever is the host and at level 1. It's like we can just use that to power level the other person
Power level, yeah, exactly.
up
power
to
level.
whatever, and then just flip flop back and forth if that's the way it ends up working.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
And then I was supposed to have jury duty, or potentially had jury duty on Friday.
Oh, fuck. You
And
got
I checked Thursday night, and they're like, "You don't have to come in." I was like, "Yes, cool."
Why? Did they give you a reason why you didn't have to come in?
No, they were just like, fill out this questionnaire, and then
answer very,
check 4 p.m. the day before, and you'll know if you'll be needed then. I checked, and it was like, "You are not required to come in." I was like, "Cool. Easy enough for
Question.
me." Yes.
Do you remember some of the questions that were on that?
Yeah, I could actually tell you after this, or at least for the ones that I got.
Hmm. Is that legal?
I mean, they're pretty straightforward questions. I don't know. I
No, I'm
don't see
just
why they
curious.
wouldn't be legal. I mean, like,
No, I don't know. I'm
they-
sure
it's
a
it's
general
really
expression. I just
straightforward
never had
questions.
those questions asked, and I'm curious kind of what they would ask that would determine that you're not a candidate or qualified or eligible or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my one buddy, when I told my one buddy, he works like in insurance, he put down his job, and apparently like anyone in insurance was just like, nope, we don't want you because like you're gonna know everything, and I feel like there could be some bias, I guess, maybe in that.
You're a geologist. You don't know shit. Come
Well,
on
it's
down.
like, oh, he works in insurance. We're just gonna maybe take whatever he says as truth. You know what I mean? Like if he says something to me about insurance, it's gonna be like, all right, well, I have no reason not to believe you. You work in insurance, like, you know what I mean? But he could be lying to me.
I'm not following there, bud.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
No, I got you.
watched Game of Thrones last night.
Ooh.
Had a friend over. We watched Game of Thrones. It was very fun.
You
A
had
lot of
watch
just
party.
setting up for the last 5 episodes. Like you were streaming last night. I told you like there wasn't. I don't think there was any fight in the show.
No
and
fighting, no sex, no
There's like one
murders.
brief nudity scene, and that was
Oh,
pretty much
well,
it.
Redemption.
But it's just like there's only 5 episodes left now. It was just like setting up a lot of things to happen now. Like it was kind of a boring episode, but at the same time it was like knowing it's just a
building
big
suspense.
setup for the next 5 episodes, and it was also seeing a lot of characters come back together after not seeing each other since like season 1 or season 2, when now they're on season 8.
How'd they not die in that show?
Magic.
Is there
don't know.
magic in that show?
There actually is. There is magic in the show.
That makes sense. That makes total sense.
No,
then,
but it's
yeah.
just, luck and skill and magic.
Yeah, just a little bit of magic.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
Just a
bit,
little
just a dash of magic.
If
that's
you
cool.
watch the show, you know what I'm talking about specifically with magic.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I'm
But
talking
anyway,
to the people that would be listening to us.
Game of Thrones watchers. You
But
guys.
yeah, I think that's it. I don't see anything else on my I'm looking
Itinerary.
at Steam. Yeah. mostly.
Cool, bud. Cool, bud. I'm glad you had a good week. I'm glad you had a good
I guess
week.
it was a good week. Yeah. How about you?
You know,
What did you do?
things
And
and
stuff.
stuff. Carl.
Work.
Carl.
Good talk.
Yeah, no, I just didn't do much of anything. My life is boring when it's cold outside. So I'm happy the weather's breaking so I can start going on hikes and shit again. But this past week I just streamed some Borderlands, popped a shitload of trophies. I think just non DLC, I'm like 60%. I have 13 more trophies left,
Nice.
not including the platinum for the base game. But I don't know about the DLC situation. I only started the General Knox's one. So I'm chugging through that, streaming that a little bit. I want to get back on Witcher because before I forget pretty much everything I played through already. So now that I beat Borderlands, I might just go back into that, play it till I beat it, and then just go back and just hammer Borderlands out platinum wise. But other than that, I got new microphone arm
You can see that.
or a microphone arm. Yeah, that's about it. Sashazam. Sashazam.
Which will probably go into spoilers.
Oh,
at
we
the
will.
end of
We'll
the
do it.
podcast.
This will be the Shazam spoilercast. So if you haven't seen it, shy away when we'll tell you. But if you have and you're curious, just stay tuned. I started watching Aquaman last night, and boy, I have to tell you, I don't know if I'll be able to finish it.
Really?
It's that bad.
You don't like it?
I don't like it at all, dude. The
What don't you
writing
like
is
about it?
horrible. The music is horrible. The fucking it's not good at all.
You're like one of the first people I hear to say that.
Dude, the music's terrible. The writing and is just so.
You gotta take it as it doesn't take itself seriously, and you just gotta.
No,
go
it
with
doesn't. But like, the bad guy in the beginning, with his dad, when they're in the submarine, his dad's like drowning and stuff, and like it just, dude, it's so cheesy. I don't know.
Take
I
your
just
shirt off.
I can't get into it. Yeah, I mean, I usually like most movies, so that's I don't know. Maybe I'll finish it. I will finish it, but it's like I'm an hour and 20 in. I'm just like, they just got to the
All right.
desert, the Sahara.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see. But like when at the beginning in the submarine, the fucking dad is pinned under the torpedo. Also, who the fuck uses a grenade launcher in a room full of torpedoes? Huh, smart.
An idiot.
But he's sitting there as the water's coming in, after Aquaman bounces, and his son is like trying to pull the torpedo off as he's pinned in, and like his dad pulls a grenade, and the son's like, he screams in his face like, "Damn you!"
The son
Damn
wasn't
you.
gonna leave if he didn't do that.
Exactly, but he didn't have to yell, "Damn you!" in his face, and then shit like
I mean,
that. It
have
just-
you been in that situation?
twice, dude, twice. I've lost two
okay.
dads to that. It's crazy, crazy stuff. No, but you know what I mean? Like, then he's crawling up the ladder. He hears the grenade go off. He like quivers, and then he tenses up and starts fucking climbing up the ladder. I'm like, dude, come on. But I digress.
So what would you have him do instead? Not flinch? Flinch and just stop and die? What would you have him do instead?
I would have him
What would you have
backflip
told
off
him
the
as
ladder.
director? Don't do that. Redo the scene. Do this instead.
Yeah.
What would you have said?
No, I would just say that and let him freestyle.
So
I'd be a
you're
cool
you're,
director,
you're
but
saying
do you wanna
what
do.
he
Do
did
what you gotta
was was dumb.
I don't
But
know. I mean, just
you wouldn't have
don't
told
make
him
it
to do
that
something
cheesy.
else.
I mean,
How is that cheesy?
I would just haul
that
ass
cheesy?
out of there. I would haul ass out, dude. Because like
Your dad just died though.
you're crawling up the ladder. Of course he's gonna stop and like, oh man, now I'm angry. I gotta go stop the good guy who's actually the bad guy, even though I'm the bad guy pirate. I'm mad. I don't know. I think it's. I'm not a director, so I can't.
I was gonna say I'm glad you don't write
exactly what I
movies,
would
at
have
least.
done. Give me like I don't know, maybe $20 million, $30 million in about 5 years to figure it out. Maybe I'll do something better. But as of right now, I can't think of anything. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Again, I'll play it out. I do like how Atlantis looks. Looks fucking cool.
It is very pretty.
It is very pretty. But
That's one thing DC does very well, or Warner
Yes.
Brothers, I should say, does very well is
uh,
making the scenery of these made-up places look very beautiful.
yes, Wonder Woman.
Their
They're- I
Mascara,
Yeah, dude. looked
Krypton,
amazing.
and Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Like they were all very pretty scenic places.
I do. That's what the scenes in Atlantis are the best so far. The fight between him and his brother was pretty
Yeah.
epic. And I'm pretty much just right after that when
All right.
his betrothed is taking Aquaman away to go to the Sahara. So I'll let you know how it ends and what I think
Okay.
after that. But currently, I don't know.
Okay.
The little plasma gun with the water that turns into a fucking mountain blast.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate that is.
They poured in like fucking 3 ounces of water. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
You're watching a movie about a guy that can breathe underwater, and you're complaining that this gun
that's-
is not realistic. Get the fuck out of here! You're like that person that's like,
Oh my God.
Batman's
Dude,
suit. Batman
you're
wouldn't
that
wear
person.
jeans as a suit. That's
You're
not
that
realistic.
person.
You're watching a movie about an alien.
You're that person. Usually, you're that you're that person.
When it's not when they do stuff that's not true to comics, that's where I start getting there. But
I mean,
if you're also complaining,
I
oh, they put
appreciate-
3 ounces
I
of water
appreciate
in
a
this
talking
gun.
raccoon. I appreciate a talking raccoon with a fucking pet tree sidekick. I appreciate that. I can get on
So the
board
fact
with
that they put 3 ounces of water into this gun and it was able to blow up a fucking side of a building, you don't believe there's some technology in a comic book that can come up with that? You see what I'm saying?
I digress. But when you complain, I can't say anything.
First of all, no, that's not true. Secondly, usually it's stuff that I do not find that fits with the comic universe.
Yeah, but I mean, same thing with the book, though.
Like
right?
honestly, one of the things that happened in Aquaman in the very beginning is where Aquaman just kind of lets the dad die. I'm like, well, that's not very
Aquamanish.
heroic of this guy, regardless of if he's a criminal or not. But
But then he's he said you just killed a bunch of innocent people. Why would I give you mercy, or why did like show you mercy or something? So, but I see where you're coming from. I know I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Anyway, I'll let you know how it ends up. That's good. That's a good little debate. It's all right. Okay, all right. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you guys think of Aquaman if you saw it and if you liked it or not.
he's wrong.
But I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm just have a different opinion than you. That makes me wrong. Your opinion's different. You're wrong.
Get that coffee out.
Anyway, that was all I did this week. Didn't mean to spark that.
And saw Shazam, but we'll talk about that later.
I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
It's an easy question. Everybody can get involved. It's an easy
boy.
question. With Easter coming up, what is
17.
your favorite amount of alcoholic drinks in one day? 17. All right, Matt. Good job. Woo! Alcoholic. Dude,
That
what's
would
your favorite?
probably
What
count.
is your favorite junk food? Or candy? Or like, how everybody gives up something for Lent, whatever. Did you get Did you give up something for Lent?
Yes and no.
So no. And
No.
B, what is your favorite junk food, candy-ish, kind of sweet tooth craving, kind of shit ball food you eat? Doesn't have to necessarily be like candy. It can be like
It
fast food
probably
or
isn't
something.
a candy anymore.
It's not a 7-pound bag of Skittles.
No. Because I have that bag of
Okay.
Skittles actually right below my desk, and it's been sitting there for about a month.
They'll still be good.
Yeah, I
Come
still
the
munch
apoc-
on them every
come,
once in a
come the
while.
apocalypse, they'll still be
every
up
once in a while.
somehow or another.
That's a tough one. Like,
Okay, let's narrow it down. What's your favorite candy? Like candy bar or like
see that
kind of
really
in the same
varies,
vein
though.
of Skittles or like
That like also is just something that varies. Like, if I had to pick like one like junk food or like health food or whatever you want to call it, that just like isn't. Are we going like not healthy?
We're not talking health food. We're talking shit. We're talking like Easter, like candy, fucking Halloween candy, just some kind of
Okay.
sweet tooth craving. What's your favorite?
It
what's
would
your favorite
probably
candy?
be anything involving Reese's peanut butter cup.
Dude, good.
I am a
fucking
sucker
choice.
for Reese's peanut butter cup.
Good
And
choice.
like whenever I go to like Dairy Queen to get like a Blizzard, it's always like
Dude.
chocolate Blizzard with Reese's peanut butter cup. Or if it's like, if there's like some sort of dessert or what's the word I'm looking for? Like milkshake or drink type thing that has like
Yeah.
Reese's peanut butter cup or chocolate and peanut butter. It's like
Or
gotta get it. Like,
a pie. Reese's like pie.
yeah. Ice cream, like, yeah. Anything
Okay,
pretty much
okay.
involving Reese's peanut butter cups.
Okay.
Is like,
that's,
I'm a
that's a
sucker
good
for
call.
it.
It's a very versatile junk food. You
It
can do
is.
anything with it. You can
You
put
could
it
eat just a
on ice
Reese's
cream.
peanut butter cup, you could put ice cream, you can make a pie with it, you can make.
Exactly.
So, actually,
I understand.
occasionally-
I get you.
for someone's birthday, my family, whether it's my sisters, my parents, myself, every so often, my sisters or my mom will make this like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like peanut butter pudding, and it's
Peanut
like
butter
layered.
pudding.
It's like layered
butter
too, where it's like it has peanut butter pudding in it, it has like some whipped cream in it, it has like small Reese's peanut butter
Oh,
cups
dude.
in it, it has like
with
peanut
whipped
butter
cream?
chips, like chocolate chips in it, and it's just like.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called, but like the way it's made, it's just like the perfect amount of everything.
That sounds fucking
And
delicious.
it pretty much only gets made like once or twice a year, but when it gets made, it's like, can I take some of
It
that
is
home with
heaven.
me? Like, I want to take some home. But, like, that shit's good.
I want to take some home, but it won't make it home because I'm gonna eat it in the car on the
Yeah.
ride home.
Like,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Dude, okay, I'm in the same vein as you, but it's Oreos.
Okay.
It will always be Oreos, whether it's just the mega stuff Oreo or like the Christmas or
Yep.
Halloween Oreos, because you can do the same thing with it. You can break them up,
Yeah.
put them on like a frozen yogurt, ice cream, or
Milkshake.
any kind of cookies
pie.
and cream milkshake or pie.
Yep.
But you just mentioned Blizzard, dude. When this
Yeah.
competition's over, I cannot wait to go get a Blizzard.
Dude,
The
there's
biggest fucking Blizzard you can possibly get.
there's a Dairy Queen about a 5-minute walk from my house, and I have
Walk?
to pass
5-minute
it.
walk?
Probably about 5-minute walk. Yeah, like I have to
Dude.
pass it every day or every time I go to get groceries, essentially. And it's just like I've been living in this house for 8 months now. And I have not stopped there once, and it's like every time I
There's
see, it's like, oh,
willpower,
I could
dude,
really
willpower.
go for some Dairy Queen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's
Dude,
like,
just wait. I mean, you might as well go now because once Memorial Day hits and all the way up to Labor Day, dude, it's gonna be fucking packed. You won't be able to get in there.
nah, I'll be fine.
Yo, dude, you just,
I don't work normally during Fridays. I'll just go at like 11 o'clock in the morning on a Friday,
all
pick
right.
one up.
I did that one time. I went to Dairy Queen and I went to the one. It's just there's two here. The town's this big. There's two like right in the center of town. I don't understand why, but went to one for lunch, and I didn't get anything to eat. Just a large Kit Kat Blizzard,
Nice.
and it was divine. I wanted
I
to
can
take a nap afterwards. I did not want to go back to work, but
I could imagine.
yeah, it sat pretty heavy. Did-
Yeah.
Didn't feel too good
I could go for
afterwards,
a
but it felt
Blizzard.
amazing during. You know what I'm saying?
A
You know what I'm
Blizzard.
saying? Well, I can't have one now. But anyway, let me know, listeners, please, what is your favorite candy? Because I can eat candy right now, so I want to hear.
He went this
It's like- it's-
vicariously through.
Yeah, exactly. I want to live vicariously with you guys. So please let me know.
All right.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. You want to go over some news here before we go into the Shazam spoiler cast?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Star Wars trailer.
So there were
Go.
two. There were
Go.
two Star Wars trailers that came out. One for Star Wars Fallen Order, which is a game where you are essentially a Jedi on the run after Episode 3, when Order 66 is executed. Essentially, when all the
looks pretty
clones
good.
turn on the Jedi, and like the Empire rises and stuff, and you're a Jedi and hiding.
That
The
actually looks really good, dude.
Trailer came out. Looks. I mean, it's none of it's gameplay, so it's very possible that
No, yeah. No.
That those scenes have probably been in the process of being made and rendered and to make it look
A
amazing
million times better. Yep.
for months. Who knows how the actual game is going to show up? But hopefully,
Yeah.
it sounds like a really cool concept. I like the concept. I remember hearing about it. I think at E3 last year. I think I remember them talking about it
don't
briefly.
remember.
I think that like one of the lead developers or directors was there, and they didn't have anything to show, but he just said this was the premise, and it was like, all right, I'm hooked. I like this idea. Which actually I saw on Reddit. Apparently, Respawn, the team that's making it, apparently stopped development on another game to work on this. So that just builds more hype, and I'm hoping it doesn't end up like shit.
That is
Which-
quite a possibility with this day and age.
Although I think I don't want to say it was this game though. It might be this game. I don't remember if it's this game or another game. But I feel like I heard there's gonna be no microtransactions and no
I'm in.
multiplayer in it.
No multiplayer, whatever. If it's a good enough main
Yeah,
player,
no multiplayer, no microtransactions have been confirmed.
Do you think it doesn't really go hand in hand with microtransactions and multiplayer, but I think microtransactions multiplayer lends itself to microtransactions. Like, oh, I want to get this better skin or this better gun, so I can kind of do this and get kinda show it off. I don't know. I could just be talking out of my ass.
Yeah, like I'm trying to really think like what games have I played where there's I mean, I think some of the I mean, do you consider microtransactions stuff that can even do you consider those that like you can only get by paying real money, or like you have to like either really grind for something or you can pay real money? Like, would you consider that microtransaction? Like you pay
if
$5
you
to
can
get
it-
this much in-game currency to get this thing.
That's a micro. Yeah, that is.
Okay.
But if you
'Cause I
like,
know-
say for example, there's crystals in a game. You have to collect 500 crystals to get this skin. I think that wouldn't be, because anything I'm spending real life money on is a microtransaction. If it's in game and I can win it and get it somehow in game without actually putting my credit card number in or something, I don't consider that is.
Okay.
That's
Because I think
personally, I mean, that could be a very
let me double
unpopular
check
opinion,
this.
but
Because I know, like, the last two Assassin's Creed, you could spend real money for in-game currency to get, like, to be able to buy stuff. I think
you can spend money to buy
So,
stuff.
Arkham Knight, which came out a couple years ago, like 4 or
Yeah,
5 years ago at this
about
point,
two, 3.
did have skins
Yeah.
that you could purchase online,
Oh, excuse me.
and that game was single player, so that had,
Okay.
I guess, technically microtransactions. Not this. I think we're both in the same boat. I wouldn't consider a DLC a microtransaction.
No, because you're paying for more story.
Yes.
Probably, other loot or whatever kind of
Yes.
things you're doing. It's an add-on to the game. It extends the story. You're getting maybe 8 to 10 hours of gameplay from it. I don't consider that a microtransaction. I consider that a game expansion. I'm glad we're in the same boat there.
That might be the only thing I can straight up think of right now that isn't a multiplayer game that had some sort of microtransaction.
Yeah, I don't know. You play a lot more games than I do, so you would know more.
Yeah,
than
I'm like
I.
scrolling through my Steam list, and a lot of ones I see
Of
are
course.
either multiplayer or it's like DLC with like some story or like a new fighter in a fighting game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of which, did you, did all the fighters get unlocked for you for the?
Honestly, I haven't been on
Smash?
Smash in a while. I don't
Yeah,
think so because I
yeah.
haven't heard anything about new fighters being released on.
You just got we got the first 4,
Reddit.
right?
Yes, I don't remember.
Anyway, just curious. Just curious, mate.
Yeah, that's the only game I can think of right now that has a microtransaction for like skins or something that's single player.
Yeah, I mean,
If anyone else knows of any, feel free to let us know. That's a
Please,
single
yeah.
player microtransaction.
yeah, because I just
and-
think when I think microtransaction, I think multiplayer. When I think multiplayer,
Yeah.
I think you can put in some sort of microtransaction. So I just
Yeah.
think they kind of go hand in hand for me.
Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
is pretty much some sort of skin, or I would say if you put in
Upgrade
real
or
money
gun or-
to speed up the process of something, I would say that's a microtransaction too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So-
Like Warframe, right?
Warframe, GTA,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can play GTA for fucking 3 years, then you can get your 1.5 million, and buy that one car you want.
Yeah.
But you can go buy 2 shark cards right now and get a
Yeah.
fucking mansion with 15 cars. So
Yeah.
it's just no, never
Yeah,
mind.
so I'm pretty excited that there is no DLC or no microtransactions. I'm a little hesitant about no multiplayer because I think that could be a cool concept. But at the same time, that
lightsaber
then
battles?
pretty much takes away the possibility of microtransactions.
Yeah,
Or
as
like,
soon as you-
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe their story just puts in a position where a multiplayer type game wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't fit with the story they're
Um,
trying to tell or what they're trying
yeah.
to do. So
Like I remember when Arkham Knight was in the process of being made. You know, people were like, "Oh, it'd be awesome if like there's co-op," and a lot of people were like, "No, like this is a Batman
yeah.
story. This is not a Batman and Robin story." Like
however,
in Arkham Knight, a lot of the Bat family does show up, which is cool, and you do fights where it's like Batman and Nightwing or Batman and Robin, and it's
Mhm.
cool because like you can interchange between the two during the fight, and do cool combos with both of the
that'd be pretty
characters.
cool. Kick
But
someone
it
into
was
someone's
ultimately a
switch.
Batman story, and even the devs were like, "There's no multiplayer. Like this, it would make the game worse if there was multiplayer." Which this game might be in the same boat.
Same vein.
Because Batman Arkham Knight was also, half of it was a stealth game. If you put 2 people in it, would make the stealth part almost not stealth.
Yeah,
Which would be too
almost
easy.
near impossible. So,
Um,
however, I will say it would be a pretty badass game concept to make a Batman Robin game. Just co-op
Well,
you and one other person.
there's rumors there's another Batman game being made by I think WB Montreal. And
Okay.
or Rocksteady. Rocksteady, is that?
Rocksteady.
Yeah, I think that was the company that made it. There's rumors there's another Arkham game being made, which takes place after Arkham Origins, I believe, is what people are speculating. So, like, in release-wise, it went Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, or Arkham Knight. But if you go chronologically, from beginning of Batman time to end of that story, it goes Arkham Origins, Asylum, City, Knight. Because Arkham Origins was actually done by a different development team.
Okay.
While the team that was working on Arkham Knight took that extra year or two or whatever it was to make Arkham Knight.
Okay.
So it's almost like a filler game in between City and Knight, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
So it's the cream to the City and Night, the Oreo of the Batman series. Nice.
Yeah, you could say that. There were things that I
will.
wasn't a huge fan of in Origins, which is kind of spoilish. It's kind of just stuff related to the plot, but
Yeah.
ultimately, I think, and I know a lot of other people think, it was still a great game, especially for a filler game in between the two.
Good.
So
If you can make a good filler game, then it's no longer a filler game. So
yeah, it was pretty buggy when it first came out, but like, it was worth it. I enjoyed it. I'm also partly biased, hence the statues right here.
Yeah, that's why I mostly talk about Borderlands all the time. I'm a little bit biased toward that game because I
Just a little bit.
But, dude,
But then the other trailer that dropped during, I guess there was some not Comic Con, but some convention that happened. I think it was like called Heroes and Villains or something in Chicago. But an episode 9 teaser trailer came out.
Thoughts?
I'm excited.
You think it looks pretty good?
I'm excited. I don't know if you saw
think
it.
it's
I don't
not
know how big.
entertaining?
I don't know how big you are actually on Star Wars.
I like Star Wars. I'm just not the biggest Star Wars fan.
Like, I'm not, like, a
I'll
huge,
pay
like-
to go to the movies and see them.
Yeah.
But I won't get action figures of them. If that makes sense. Like,
So have you seen
don't
all
like
the
it enough to
movies
put
so
a poster on
far?
the wall.
All the episodic movies, I should say, the Skywalker saga,
I haven't seen. The only one I haven't seen is the newest one.
The Last
Whatever
Jedi.
one that is. I don't know. I've seen the one with what's her face,
Rey.
Ray. And
Well, there's 2 with Rey.
I've seen the first one, not the second one.
Okay. I guess
Force Awakens?
The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Um,
I didn't see Last Jedi. Yep.
are you gonna be
correct.
mad if I say what happens in the trailer? It's not really a spoiler to the
No,
last movie. either.
no, it's fine. Again, I'm not the biggest fan.
There's
If this
pretty
was
much 2 cool things that I saw, or I guess 3. One, you hear Mark Hamill, who plays Luke Skywalker, narrating it and being like, thousands of generations have lived through you, and we've taught you everything we know. I think you might say some other things. It's like, all right, that's pretty deep. Essentially saying she's the last Jedi. But then 2 cool things: Lando Calrissian,
Lando.
which it wasn't a secret that he was in this movie. It's been if you keep up with Star Wars news, you heard he was shooting as Lando.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome to see him come back. Which
Yep.
it's gonna be kind of
know that.
sad
It's cool.
at first, because in The Force Awakens, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it in the past 3 or 4 years when it came out, Han Solo dies.
Wait, what? Just kidding. Continue.
Shut up.
Santa Claus isn't real? What?
But Dumbledore gets killed by Snape.
You motherfucker.
Darth Vader is Luke's father. No, but yeah, it's
And
like
Red
no
Dead
surprise,
Redemption
but
ends?
it's
Just
gonna be
kidding.
kind of. I feel like it's gonna be kind of a heartfelt moment when you see him come back, and I don't know if he's gonna already know Han is dead, or he finds out through like Leia or Chewbacca or something with the Millennium Falcon.
He's gonna find out through Chewbacca.
He might.
What
I'm
was
pretty
that?
sure. I'm pretty sure in episodes 5
What?
and 6 he could understand Chewie.
I don't remember that.
I think he could.
I did.
I don't remember. I'd kind of want to go back and watch it now.
All right.
But
Cool,
then
cool.
also at the very end, This gave me chills and got me super hyped. You just hear a laugh. And if you know Star Wars and you've watched the first 6 films, you will know it's the laugh of Emperor Palpatine.
Palpatine.
And
Mr. Palpatine.
I heard that laugh and I was just like, my body was not ready.
My body wasn't ready.
Like I'm not ready for this right now. Like it's still got 8 months or something, but it's like gave me chills. And the people I texted, we were all just like, all said the same thing of that laugh though. Like no one was ready for it.
Oh.
He's coming back after being gone since episode 6. Like
shit.
Which actually
Cool.
apparently the cool thing that happened at the convention, I saw a video of it. The guy who, I don't know if it's been the same guy. It can't be. It couldn't have been the same guy that did the original trilogy. Also, might be just the guy that did the prequel trilogy, episodes 1 through 3. Apparently, he came out on stage after the trailer revealed at the convention,
Just dropped.
and in the Emperor's voice just said "roll it again," and that was it.
That's pretty
And
sweet.
the crowd just went wild, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for them
Yeah.
to see what they do."
That reminds me of the God of War award.
Boy,
Yeah.
the Game
whenever
Awards.
they go into fucking character for a moment, people lose their minds. It's awesome.
and the funny thing is, it's
Yeah.
all like both of those characters. It's literally just a voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's not like they're in the get up or anything. It's just the voice.
It's just the voice. It's all you need.
Yeah.
You know. So it's badass, dude.
So-
Cool. When is it supposed to drop?
I
Please,
think it's
come
probably
out.
gonna be Christmas time again.
Usually is right. Those
So
they
those
come
episode 7 and episode 8 were both in December,
Christmas time. Yeah. Early December, mid December.
and I think actually Rogue One was also in December. Solo was the first one that kind of broke the chain of not being in
I
December.
also didn't see Solo.
I did not see it either. I didn't hear like bad things about it. It just came out at a time when like Infinity War came out, Deadpool came
Yeah.
out, and it was just like
Yep.
it. If it came out in December, I would have seen it. But it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like I was already spending so much movie on money. So it was like
I was spending.
I want to
so
see
much
it, but I
movie
can't
on money, dude.
justify.
You were spending so much movie on money.
God damn it! I said that, didn't I?
Speaking of Deadpool, I was in there's a cardio cinema at the gym, and you
I'm reading it.
what was I gonna say? There's
Anyway.
cardio cinema at the gym, and I was doing whatever today. I ran for like 45 minutes or so, and Deadpool 2 was on. That was the easiest 45 minutes of cardio I've ever done in my life, because it started as soon as I got in there.
I don't know if I'd be able
So-
to do that because I feel like I would laugh while doing cardio, and that would mess me up.
When I was doing like my quote unquote cool down, it was the time when the X Force was jumping out of the plane, and I was just
Nice.
I was laughing my ass off so hard in there. People are like, I noticed like the older lady next to me looking at me. I was just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, let me laugh. You know,
Nice.
don't make me feel awkward for laughing at a part of the movie.
Yeah.
Who are you? You know, but sweet dude, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm pretty excited about Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
I'm still kind of on a high.
He's on a high. I'm still excited for
Gonna hate me.
Borderlands since coming out in September.
Um,
Speaking of
Yeah.
movies and shows and whatnot, what's this thing with DC
oh
Titans?
yeah, so DC Titans is on like the DC streaming service. I haven't watched any of it yet. I haven't heard anything bad about it, so I'm gonna assume it's good.
Do you have
um,
the DC streaming service?
I do not. I'm thinking about picking it up possibly in a little bit.
Okay.
But they did cast a Batman for
Who?
season 2. You won't probably recognize this name, but
I might not
if-
recognize the name. I might recognize the face though. Let me look him up
if
immediately.
you watch Game of Thrones, you
Don't
would easily recognize this face. Ian Glenn, Ian is how you spell the first name. Ian Glenn plays Jorah Mormont in Game of Thrones. He's apparently casted as Batman for season 2 of Titans, which I'm pretty excited about. He's, I feel like, a pretty good actor.
he looks pretty gritty, like a gritty enough
Yeah,
person to be a
he's-
Batman.
Yeah,
He's
and like
Scottish.
his character in Game of Thrones is like a gritty, character too, which I think goes really well with a Batman type character. Apparently he was
Nice.
in one of the Resident Evils, but like all the other stuff I'm seeing, I'm gonna assume it's mostly European stuff he's been in that I don't
Yeah,
recognize.
yeah. But yeah,
Um,
as soon as I looked him up, the first thing Screen Rant comes up, Titan season 2. What he's gonna look like as Batman potentially. So
Yep.
that's pretty cool, man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No, your camera's freaking out, but that's fine. Audio's
Why?
fine. I don't
What?
know,
Huh?
but audio's
Yeah,
fine.
whatever.
Audio's the
It-
more important
it
part.
probably makes it better anyway. That's not.
Apparently, he
showing
was in
face.
Resident Evil as Dr. Isaacs. I don't know who
Not
Dr.
sure.
Isaacs, but he's been in Resident Evil Extinction,
Extinction.
and Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
So he's been in more than one.
That's cool, dude. I'm glad they cast him as that.
But-
I'm just wondering who's gonna be the actual Batman movies to come. No, I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I don't know if there's any word of that yet, and there's still
They should
rumors that Henry Cavill may not be back as Superman, which we
Bullshit.
can talk a
I
little bit
don't-
about that in a little bit.
Dude, I don't know.
But
who
he's
else
also
could
he's
be.
also Henry Cavill is supposed to be working on a Witcher series for Netflix,
Yeah, he's Geralt.
which
Geralt of Rivia.
I'm pretty excited about playing through. The
Yeah, dude.
games.
I
and
just don't know who
trying
else
to
could be
read the books.
Superman at this point in time. He's perfect as Superman.
I mean,
No
that's
homo.
the thing though. If
No
if some
homo, but,
if
you
someone
know.
were to say this person could be, it's one of those things where it's like there's too many people in our minds to be like, who do we want to pick? If someone were to say this person could be Superman, it would be either yes or no. Kind of like crap. I always forget his name.
Who? What? When? Where? How?
When it first started circulating, Ben Affleck wouldn't be back as Batman. People were saying John Hamm from Mad Men
Oh.
could be
Yeah.
Batman. And I didn't know who that was. I looked up like
Yeah, he could be.
just pictures of him, and I was like, all right, from build and stature and like looks, yeah, he could be a
He
Batman.
can. He can also play a pretty good Superman too. I could see him as Superman.
Yeah, they might have to do something to his hair a little bit more, but yeah,
I'm sure they can. They're tar gel,
like
man.
it would be something they have to do with his hair to be a Superman, but he could definitely be a
Yeah.
Superman too.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I would like to watch Mad Men. I've never seen that. I've heard good things.
I haven't either.
So
But we also said we were gonna watch Into the Badlands. We haven't done that
Oh,
yet,
yeah,
and
no,
I
didn't even
haven't been
close to that.
watching shit.
didn't even think
Um,
about that. Oh Jesus, no.
Um,
Always sunny, man. It's always sunny in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
so good. No, it's
So-
not. It's like never sunny there.
It's sunny 300 days a year.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. That's
No, it's
the
not.
one thing they tout here. Yeah.
And
Sunny most
then-
days.
I guess the only other thing we had besides Shazam is Hellboy is apparently tanking.
Yeah, I just saw some really bad reviews on it and how it just pumps in so much lore from that whole universe kind of area, whatever. That it does a nod to everything, and it just
So
it's
it
too
seems
much.
like if you're, I mean, this might be wrong. If you're a fan that has read the comics, you would understand a lot and see a lot. But I feel like I guess there's probably stuff where if you haven't read the comics, you would see things and not understand the reason behind it.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't read any comics for that, but
I actually did. I read all 4 omnibuses that they had out. It was good. I enjoyed it. The 4th one was kind of a drag, but I mean,
trying to find a little quick review here on it. I had one up before, but it's sitting at 15% Rotten Tomatoes. But
Now,
you know
hang
how
on.
that, you know how
I was
that
gonna
goes.
say 15% for who? Is that like critics, or is that everyone, or is that audience?
Metacritic 31%. I don't know.
Okay, so let me check Rotten Tomatoes. The audience says 63%.
Well, that's good. Audience is really the only thing that matters.
Yeah, the critics I'm always take with a grain of salt. Like if critics are like, "Oh, this movie's amazing," it's like, all right, it's one thing. But if critics are like, "This movie is terrible," and it's all critics saying
Mhm.
that's like, let's take a look at the audience score, see what.
Yeah,
they say.
you're a fucking critic. Of course, you're gonna pick everything apart from
Yeah.
it and just drag it through the mud and just cover it in shit. But again, I can't take any of these reviews to heart because I have to see it for myself. Like Aquaman I heard was good. I'm watching it. I'm not liking it too much. again, movie people say movies are terrible, but I end up liking them. So it's like
Yeah.
I can't go by this bullshit.
Yeah.
But pretty much what I've been reading was it just it puts too much lore in and gives too much goes into too much background on each individual thing in the movie and just kind of takes away from the whole picture. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'll have to save for myself. But,
I think Hellboy would really be one of those what's the word I'm looking for? Pop culture
cult following
icons.
movies?
No, it's like if you were
Kinda thing?
translated onto like film, I think it would be
Yeah.
better as a like an HBO series or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because there is so much
So
that
much.
happens like this. So there's 4 omnibuses. This movie actually happens on the 3rd omnibus. So like there's already a shit ton of stuff that if you've read the comics, you've read beforehand, you understand a lot of things, whereas this movie it's just kind of throwing you in at the halfway point.
Got you.
Like.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you have to know something
maybe if
about
they-
it prior.
yeah, like maybe if they started at the very beginning, it would
Yeah.
might have worked out
Be
better to have
beneficial.
this be like the 3rd film and have it be like
Yeah.
the Return of the King esque for Lord of the Rings,
Yeah. Okay.
stuff like
I
that.
see.
So I
see.
think it would have been better if they didn't either start there, but this is also just me from hearsay from reviews, or if they just
Yeah.
did a mini series or HBO series, kind of like what they're doing with Witcher.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lore in Witcher.
There is a fuck ton. I think I can't even digest half of it. So
Yeah,
it's
like you're
oh,
starting the 3rd game. Can you imagine if they made a movie just based on the 3rd game and just threw you
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
You go, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's this? Who's that?
That's exactly how I am right now. In the
Why
games.
why is this guy so attached to this person? Like,
Mhm. Son of a bitch. What I miss.
Yeah.
Speaking of reviews, do you want to get into our spoiler cast of the Shazam review? Yeah.
Alright.
Let's just do it.
So
Let's
from here
call
on
it.
out, if you haven't
Yep.
seen Shazam and want to see it,
Yep.
stop listening.
Yep.
Or if you don't care about being spoiled, go on, keep listening.
Yep.
But we gave you fair warning.
Fair warning. Spoiler starts now. So, where do we start?
I mean, you tell me. It's a little bit more fresh in your mind. There's stuff that I remember that were spoilerish, but a lot of them were kind of towards the end of the movie.
Yeah. I found it very wholesome.
Yeah.
The movie had a good message in the end.
It was
and-
very family oriented,
Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm
which
trying-
makes
yeah.
sense because his character is an orphan, and he gets taken into an orphanage or a home where this couple adopts orphans, and there's like
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 of them before Billy Batson gets there.
5, because I remember counting them as they all Shazammed. There were 6 of them total. So yeah, there's 5 kids, and he was brought in as a 6th.
Yeah,
From this family, who the mother and father were also orphans.
orphans. Yeah,
So
which is why
they're-
they do it.
Yeah,
Which is why they would
good on them.
Get
Good
a
on 'em.
bunch of foster a bunch of kids because they knew
Mhm.
what it felt like to not
Yep,
have
and
that
they made
family
him.
feel.
They made him feel very at home. However,
Yeah,
as soon as he gets in the home, he gets his powers. So like
pretty
within,
much.
like a day or two. So
Yeah.
they thought he ran away again, but he didn't. So,
Did you catch the Philly reference in the very first scene? Not the
In
very
the-
first scene. The first scene with Billy Batson, I should say.
I
It's
don't
in
know.
the
I don't
police
know
car.
which one was it. If
So
you'll
it's
say
when
it,
he-
I'll remember it.
It's when he gets in the police car and there's a bag that says Gino's Steaks.
Oh yeah, Gino Steaks. He steals his lunch. Yep.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. I'm like, Gino's Steaks. That's the tourist trap at Philly.
Yeah.
Everyone goes
I,
there for 2 steaks.
I like Pat's better. They are literally across the corner from each other. and they
I think
fight.
I've only. I don't know if I've ever had Pat's, but I've heard Delisandro's is the place to go. I don't know where the fuck that is. But I've
there
heard
was a place-
Delisandro's is a really good cheesesteaks.
Never heard that one, but there's a place not on South Street, but another really busy, famous street in Philly. I forget where it was. There was a little hole in the wall. I went in there. There were 3 seats on the counter, and I sat down. I got a cheesesteak, and it was the best fucking cheesesteak I ever had. I have no idea what the place was called,
See,
but
And
it's
that's
not
like
Pat's or Gino's.
I remember I worked with some guys last
Said it.
winter that that were in from Salt Lake and San Diego for a competition. They're like, so are Philly cheesesteaks really like that amazing? Like, what makes them so amazing? And I looked at them and I'm like, just to be clear, I haven't had a cheesesteak outside of like the Philly area. So to say what makes it so special, I don't know, because I don't have anything to compare it to.
Exactly.
Everything I eat is a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah. If I get a cheesesteak,
like,
it's automatically a Philly cheesesteak. So
yeah, it's just the way they're made here. It's like
it's the pollution. It's the Philadelphia
probably
pollution.
from the Schuylkill River. Yeah.
Yeah. We get the water from the acid mine drainage and all the shit, and we just sprinkle it on there. We missed it. Yeah.
No, but yeah, that was a cute little Easter egg, and also just
yes.
the when he's on the subway with the subway lines, like the map on it. I'm pretty sure that was an actual map too.
Really? I did not know
think
that.
So. I'd almost want to go back and double check it, but I think when everyone saw in the theater, just about everyone from Philly was like looking at it, like, go, all right, what line is he looking at right now?
Yeah. I have not traveled on Philly Transit, mass transit in a long time, but I have traveled on the L trains and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recognize anything. Excuse me. That was really good. I like the whole way. Really enjoyed the way he got his power, and I do understand the way that the villain felt. I guess being a kid and being told no.
Yeah, it was essentially you had the possibility to have this power, and then he did something. He was told, no, you can't have it because of this now. Mm-hmm. He was like, but you were just about to give it to me. Why can't I have it? And obvious in the movie, the first scene is the villain almost getting the power of Shazam. And he was like a 12-year-old or something and fell into the corruption of the 7 deadly sins. Which I think they did a really good job at keeping the 7 sins out of any trailer.
I didn't see anything about that.
Like, that was one thing I thought they did really well, was like they didn't put them in the trailers at all. So like in that first scene when they start talking, I'm like, oh shit, fuck. Like it's not just gonna be Savini, the bald dude, that's the villain. It's also gonna be these 7 villains. Like I was not ready for that, and I was like, all right, like I'm already happy with this movie because that's something that they didn't spoil in the trailer, like in Batman vs Superman when they spoiled Doomsday on the 3rd trailer. So it's like I was really happy to see that, and it was
a good plot point too. I mean,
essentially they were using the sins to corrupt this guy, essentially.
Yep. I'm gonna go. I think his name is Mark Strong.
Yeah.
The bad guy. Yeah. Good fucking actor. He was an awesome. Cast.
He did pretty good
for that role. So pretty much what happens is in the beginning of the movie, the child, who is Mark Strong plays later on in the movie, who's the main villain. He gets pulled into this realm. I want to say, I'm not sure.
I don't know what.
I don't know what you can call it. I guess I'll say a realm. He gets pulled in this realm as like he's getting yelled at by his dad and brother pretty much for being unmanly and whatnot. Yeah, for being a kid, playing with the magic 8-ball. So he gets sucked in here. Pretty much, Shazam tells him that if he's pure of heart and mind and spirit, whatever, he can get his power if he touches his shaft and says Shazam, whatever. Only if he's pure of heart. But then the 7 deadly sins start talking through this little orb or whatever kind of ball. Yeah. And he goes to reach for it, and Shazam's like, "No, you can't do that. You're not pure of heart. You're not worthy," and sends him back to the real world, where he then gets into a car accident. And then he spends his entire life to get back to that specific area. And then once he finally does, he just walks.
You just cut out for a second.
Kinda.
He walks out.
I boxed out? What's up?
You cut out for a second.
Oh, I apologize. I'm back up.
But he walks out.
Am I good?
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know if Shazam is the name of the wizard.
He says
I looked
it up.
Name. Well, I couldn't remember because I felt like that wasn't his name, because Shazam is an acronym, so I wasn't sure if that was his name or not. In the comics, originally, I just looked it up when he was originally created. That was his name.
Okay.
And then it looks like recently, and by recently, actually really recently, in 2012 when DC officially changed Captain Marvel's Shazam, but was originally called Captain Marvel in Fawcett Comics, back in the 40s, to resolve the trademark with Marvel Comics. They changed the wizard, or they revealed that the wizard's name Shazam was actually an adopted name, and his original name was Mamaragan, Mamaragan.
Mamaragan.
I feel like someone just did that with a keyboard and just slammed down and go, okay, that's his name.
Mamaragan.
Actually, it's an Australian Aboriginal mythology
The
god.
that would make sense because he kind of
The lightning god who speaks with thunder as his voice. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would assume they just came up with a random name. Because usually they have reason behind names.
Yeah, makes sense. Totally thought out actually. So it wasn't a keyboard slam.
But yeah, and then
Yeah,
apparently,
what'd you last hear from me before I cut out?
he was gonna get his powers, and then he was told no.
And then he spent his whole life trying to get back to that realm. And then once he finally gets back to the realm, he just grabs the orb, lets the 7 deadly sins in, and just gets the power. You know, I also couldn't understand throughout the whole movie, like, he wanted Shazam's power, but he is just as powerful with the 7 deadly sins. You know, so like, why? Did he just want to be good, or did he just want what he couldn't have when he was a kid?
I think it's partly he just wanted what he couldn't have, and I don't think he necessarily would have.
Because he has envy.
Yeah, I don't think he would have necessarily known that he was going to get those powers.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then when he got the 7 sins, and the sins were like kind of inside his head, they were like, "You gotta stop the champion before he gets too strong."
Yep, before he realizes his true potential.
Yeah,
which turns out to be family.
Yeah. What else is there?
The funniest thing, I thought, as soon as he got his powers, he's like, you know, he turns from a 14-year-old boy to like a 30-year-old man. The first thing he does, is goes to stop a robbery.
Oh yeah.
And the girl like gets scared of him and gives him like $72, and he's like, "What do you want to do now?" "I know what we're gonna do." And he immediately goes buys beer.
Yeah, which I thought that was a really good scene because I don't remember in the trailers if they mention they're buying beer or if they just show them in the convenience store. By the way, I don't think there's any convenience store in Philly where you can buy beer.
Come on,
I may be wrong now because things are slowly starting to change in Pennsylvania. But originally, for a long time, you could not buy beer in any convenience store.
No,
or a grocery store. Yeah.
Well, no, we could. Bloomsburg.
Well, within like the past 5-10 years, you can start doing it.
Yeah.
But 10 years ago, I don't think you could have.
No. No.
But it's only recently that you can actually do it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if they showed it in the trailer, but they took a swig of it. First thing they did, both of them, was just spit it out.
Spit it the fuck out.
Which is so true.
But then it made it so much more accurate because they got the 6-pack of beer, they spit it out, like, fuck this. They went, the scene kind of cut, and they came back out, and they're holding, like, bags of Cheetos and, like, energy drinks.
Red Bulls.
14-year-old kid stuff. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's perfect.
Which, same thing in that scene is when they're in there and the guys come in to rob the store.
Yeah.
And they shoot at him. And they go, "Oh my god, you're bulletproof." Which they had in the trailer, which was like, alright, that was pretty cool. But they even added on top of it in the movie where, I don't remember what the kid's name is, the kid who doesn't turn into Shazam. But he looks at the guys, the robbers, and goes, "Shoot him in the face."
Yeah. Wait.
Is
it your suit that's bulletproof, or are you bulletproof? Shoot him in the face. Yeah. Shoot me in the face. Shoot me in the face.
Wait, no. And it shoots him, and it just falls off, and it's like, oh, that is good.
Yeah, they shoot like 15 times. Like, they're gonna make this guy, if he wasn't bulletproof, he's missed. But
yeah.
Like,
I thought that was really well done. How they took something funny, put it in the trailer, and then in the movie just
elaborated,
one-upped it even more right after.
Yep. Which is good. I hate when they reveal everything in the trailer.
Yes.
I think
same.
This movie is
like I was saying earlier.
Of how good it was.
Like I'm saying earlier, they did not reveal the 7 sins at all during the trailers, and then in the movie, within the first 5 minutes, it's like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be the bad guy, but this is also gonna be a bad thing.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I wasn't ready for this. I'm excited. I'm invested.
also, as soon as when the movie starts, Billy Batson isn't an orphan. He has a mother.
Yes. You see
as
him
soon as that
get
scene
separated.
happened and he got lost, I knew his mom saw him, but just didn't want him. I knew it.
So that was one of the things, like I said last week, where it bothered me at first because it was like, you wouldn't just be able to lose someone like that, and
She
you wouldn't
wanted
just be able to not track someone down like that. And they said it later in the movie how she was like, I saw how happy
17.
you were with the cops and knew you were going to be better off.
Safe.
Because you find out she was also like 16 or 17 at the time when he was like 3.
Yeah. It's just,
So
okay,
it's like,
was she 17 when she had him? This is what we know. I couldn't quite get this. Was she 17 when she
I
had
think
him?
she
And
says
she was 20.
I was
or was she
17.
14?
I think
was
she
she
said I was
14?
17 or something.
So she had him when she was 14 or like 15.
Must be, yeah.
That
like,
is
really young.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
But that was where it's like originally I was like in the beginning of the movie I'm like you just can't. No one would just lose a kid like that. Like
It's Joe Dirt, man.
Yeah.
It's like Joe
And
Dirt. We didn't even look
then
for you.
Explained it later in the movie. I'm like, all right, I was mad at first. They came back and they fixed
That's
it.
what you were talking about. That's what you're talking
I'm
about.
happy.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas
But
like
as soon as I saw that scene, I knew for a fact like she just didn't want to find
Yeah.
him or actively just walked away. It's like, okay, he's gone. I'm fucking.
yeah.
But that scene when he finally finds his mom,
Yeah.
the scene right before he finds his mom when the little boy, I forget his name, the little Asian boy.
I know who you're talking about, the one that's always playing like video games and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who's good with computers.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not really a hacker, but I played Watch Dogs and I did stuff and I got into the depository, so I'm pretty good at hacking. I was like, dude, that's a good little reference. And then he tells him who his mom is, and that's just only a couple train stops away in Philly.
Yeah.
And that scene really pissed me off for the fact that that's a shitty mom.
Yeah.
God damn it. She wanted nothing to do with them.
I mean,
Ugh.
she tells him, when I saw you with the cops, I realized
You'd be
that
better off.
you could be better off.
I
So
think-
it's like
Did you just
it
say,
was,
like,
it was a
and you'd be
shitty way
safe
that she went about
or
it.
be okay?
It was a shitty way how she went about it. She was trying to ultimately do good, I feel like, but did it in a real shitty way.
I don't know if she's trying to do good. I think what she said was, I knew you'd be okay. And then she said, like, you're okay, right? Like, you're good, right? And just like, yeah,
All right, fair enough.
I'm good.
Yeah, you might be right.
I'm good. And I mean, that the actor who plays, I'm not sure what his name is, the actor who plays like younger Billy Batson, did a really good job in that scene, showing emotion.
Yeah.
And yeah, holy shit, that was like,
Yeah.
oh man, that it almost made me a little. It made me sad, but
Yeah.
I was so angry at that mom. Anyway,
Then I guess really the only other two things I can think of was the fight at the end was really well done, I feel like.
pretty epic, and the way. So this guy has this orb or whatever. It knocks his eye out, and the 7 deadly sins are like in him, like a part of him in that orb.
And he can
like makes him
bring
powerful.
them out, and
He can control
use
them
them.
and bring them out as needed. Apparently not, because he didn't want to send Envy out at the end. He just coaxed him out.
well, do you remember why he actually also wasn't sending them out?
Because if he sent them all out,
If he
he
sent them
lost
all
his
out,
powers.
he became vulnerable. Like when he had the sins inside of him, he was super strong, super durable, and stuff like that.
He had healing
But
ability.
I don't know if it was. I think it was. I don't
Bill
remember the
Way's
scene
more.
exactly. If it was if all of them were out or if just some of them were out. he
6 of
would
them
lose
were
his
out,
powers.
and Envy was still in his head, and
Well-
they went away from the carnival
Yeah,
because
But
the,
the thing-
the other ones were fighting the brothers and sisters.
the thing I can't remember though is when they go back to the wizard's place, and one of the kids throws the batarang, which was cool because it was
way
littered with
before.
references with DC heroes. He
Yeah.
threw a batarang and hit the Savini in the back of the head, and he started bleeding. Were all the sins out of him at the time, or were none of them? Or is there still one or two inside of him? That's what I can't remember. Because I couldn't remember if it was like if one of the 6 came out, he lost or one of the 7 came out, he lost that percentage of power, or if it was like if all 7 weren't in, he automatically
think-
lost it all.
I think all of them were out and around him. 'Cause when
Okay, so
threw-
he had
'cause when
to
threw the
lose them all
batarang,
to
it
get
cut his
any.
head.
Yeah, I remember
And-
the cut, but I couldn't remember how many were out of him.
And
at
then
the
as
time.
soon as he got cut, he like turned around and saw, and all the sins came back into him, and he just. So
Yeah.
I think they were all
Yeah,
out.
so
was
he had to
vulnerable.
draw. He was
Which
sending everyone but Envy out because Envy is the smallest of the
weakest
bunch.
kind of runt of the litter, I guess.
Which
that's what Shazam said.
before even that happens, and they're flying through the city and they stop and they're like 3 blocks away from each other up in the air.
Yeah.
And Savidi is just like yelling at him, giving this whole like big bad guy speech.
Yep.
And Shazam is just sitting there going, what?
Are you
what?
doing some
I-
big kind of bad guy speech?
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can what?
That was.
And it just
that
does
was,
that for like 30 seconds. That was.
It was funny
because
because like I was like kind of just really into that scene. I was watching him enthralled. I was like, okay, he's making some speech, and then it cuts to Shazam, and just no, there's no sound. I'm like, that's fucking good.
Because it's true. That's
Yeah.
what it would be like.
Yeah,
3 blocks
exactly.
away of
That's-
just
yeah, like,
talking like this,
three
especially up
city
that
blocks
high
away.
with wind in the air. Like,
Traffic down below you. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't fucking hear. Yeah.
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Zachary
Um,
Levi also huge thumbs up on his acting.
Well, like,
That
I think
movie.
I said it before. I
So
heard
good.
in an interview. Like, normally when people play superheroes, they have to like temper themselves down because they're like, all right, I have to be serious. Like, I'm playing a kind of serious role here. Like, even though there's comedic parts, he's playing a 14-year-old and a 30-year-old body. He's living the dream.
He is having the best.
Both the character
time.
and him in real life. You know, just being able to go play a superhero.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's exactly I think how I still would be
Yeah.
as a superhero.
Yeah.
But he did good, man. He did really
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I liked it a
Um,
lot. But I guess to wrap up the story, pretty much in the last fight after the one of the orphan kids kind of after he throws the batarang, one of the brothers and sisters, of course the little Asian kid, he notices that once the spirits or sins are out of him, he's vulnerable. So he tells Shazam that toward the end of the movie. So he tries to lure them all out, but during the whole scene when Shazam realizes he's about to give his power away, even though I don't think he was ever really thinking
No.
about doing that, but he got down on his knee. He grabbed like that shaft, the staff or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah. The
to
wizard staff.
relinquish the power. Yeah. He flashed back to
The beginning when he got it.
the beginning when he got it. Yeah. And
And
Shazam,
the wizard says, "Say my name."
and then he alludes to like, I'm the last one left. All my brothers and sisters or whatever are gone.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, brothers and sisters. And then he got the shaft or staff, wizard staff, whatever you want to call it, pushed the bad guy away. And then like got to the brothers and sisters, like, say my name, grab it and say my name. They're like, Billy Batson. I was like-
Yeah.
like, no, not that name. Say my name now. Like, oh, and they all Shazammed.
Yeah, and they
that
all
was
became the
fucking
Shazam
awesome.
family. Which, you just made me remember. One thing I want to pull back a little bit.
Pull back,
The
pull
scene
back.
where he leaves his mom's place and jumps off the roof and transforms.
Yeah.
That shot was amazing.
He jumps off the building.
He jumps
as
off, yells
young Billy
Shazam,
Batson.
and all of a sudden you see a puff of smoke and lightning hit him, and all of a sudden he's big and
He's
just
gone.
shoots off to the carnival.
That was- really
which
well.
was really cool. But I was really intrigued by the fact that they introduced pretty much the whole Captain Marvel family into this film, with it being the first film. It's one of those things where I think it's kind of a gamble because it's like I feel like that shouldn't be done in the first movie, but at the same time, it was a very interesting
They-
way to beat the 7 deadly sins.
Yep.
Um,
They did it
and-
very well.
yeah.
This is by far, I think, my favorite DC movie. Opinion.
Yeah.
Again, opinion.
Like I said when I told you, like it rivals Wonder Woman with me. Like Wonder Woman, I think was my favorite before this movie. This movie might top that right now.
I think it does for me due to the addition of the humor aspect. Wonder Woman
Yeah.
had a little bit, but it was more like a serious tone. This one it didn't again take itself too seriously, but it also did it very, very well in the
Yeah.
way that they wrote it out. So
Um,
I think it's up top for me.
Yeah, and actually, you might not realize this, but I think more comic people would have got it, and I realized it after I saw it on Reddit, because I'm not that well versed in Shazam, Captain Marvel, literature, but so Shazam is an acronym, like I've said.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look it up real quick because I know I'm gonna mess up one. It is the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules.
They said this in the.
Yeah, they said the durability of Atlas,
Okay.
the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus. So Atlas is
Strong motherfucker.
invulnerability for stamina. Power of Zeus, ability to summon thunderbolts. Courage of Achilles, and speed of Mercury, which includes flight.
Yep.
And each one of his foster brothers and sisters gained one of the powers. So like, two of the guys became strong and durable, and like the women were like fast and stuff like that. The oldest sister, Mary, I think, because she didn't really get strong or didn't really show speed, a lot of people were speculating she got the wisdom of Solomon, partly because she was also the oldest, and they mentioned her getting into some
Caltech.
high-end school or something.
Caltech. Yeah, she wanted to go to Caltech out in California, and she got in. And she's a smart one. So that makes sense to me.
And she also kind of figured out who that Billy Batson was, Shazam.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Even though the little sister knew. But when they changed, and of course I keep mentioning, I forget the little Asian kid's name. I feel bad for calling him the little Asian kid, but that's the only reason I know him. But when he got the lightning power of Zeus, I guess. And dude, he fucking Hadoukened. Did you catch that?
He did.
One of the sins is
started
going up on a roof. He's like, Hadouken, shoots
the
fucking
the entire theater laughed.
Yep.
And my friend Hannah was sitting next to me, and she goes, "Wait, what just happened?" And
Oh
I go,
my god.
"You missed it. He just said Hadouken when he shot that." And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so mad I missed that."
Hadouken. I was like, yes. There was like some older couples next to me, but the two kids in front of us were getting a kick out of it. So I was like,
yeah.
But pretty much, he's still the strongest. Then Shazam has all the powers, and saying that just bestows one upon each. So he's still
he kind of
he doesn't give a power away.
I think the powers are still like divided into all of them, but like some have more strength or some have more speed or like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
One is pretty much shows itself more.
Yeah.
I guess. So all in all, I mean, they eventually get all the seven sins out of the bad man's face, pretty much his eye. They were able to lure him all out, make him vulnerable, and pretty much shut him down. And they got the seven sins restored back to. Oops, sorry about that. Restored back to their kind of locked in place in their lair. They got the lair, and then they win, of course.
Yeah.
So
and then earlier in the movie, this is kind of prefacing what just kind of happened at the very end. Then, his one foster brother, the kid that is using like a walker or something. I can't remember what he says is wrong with him, or what is wrong with him. But he's like, I'm good friends with I don't even know if they were calling him Shazam at the time.
Captain Sparkle Fingers or something, or something like that. Captain Sparkle.
And like these bullies are like, well, if he's not here, we're gonna beat you up or something. Shazam doesn't end up showing up because they get in an argument and fight, and so he's like, "F you, I'm not coming."
Pretty much. Yep.
And then at the very end, he's sitting by himself, or he goes to sit down. I think everyone at the table gets up and leaves him, and then all his foster and brothers and sisters sit down next to him, with the absence of Billy Batson. And then Billy Batson walks in, and then you hear the iconic Man of Steel Superman music, and you just see the suit walk in.
To come.
Yeah,
you can see the suit, but you can't see a face. They cut him off like at chest height.
Which there's a lot of speculation as to why. My one buddy was like, they couldn't spend that money to get Henry Cavill in, and people were like, oh, they're doing it just in case Henry Cavill isn't coming back as Superman. But apparently the director said it was a scheduling thing, because they were shooting at this school over their winter break, and it was just a scheduling conflict that they couldn't do.
They couldn't get him there.
They just couldn't get Henry Cavill in to do that shot, because he had prior obligations. Now whether or not that's true, I don't know. They could just be saying that to cover their butts, to be like, we don't know exactly what's happening.
Studio thing,
But that was a really cool shot when you just
Right at the
saw
end
the
of the
suit
movie.
walk in.
Yep.
It was like,
Oh shit. Yep.
oh.
That was the only other superhero they had in the movie.
Yeah, they
referenced a bunch of
referenced
them, but
Aquaman. There were references to Aquaman, Batman, and Superman. I don't think there was any for Wonder Woman. There might have been like a shirt or something, but like
I don't
I
recall.
don't think they directly referenced
No nods,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman.
But one of the end credit scenes, the last end credit scene, really makes fun of Aquaman directly. So
Oh,
that was pretty
where
funny.
they have a fishbowl up with a goldfish in it, and it's like
Yeah.
telekinesis with fish or something.
Yep. Because during the whole movie, once the one foster brother finds out he has the powers, he does like tests on him to see,
Yeah.
is he super strong? Is he super fast? Is he invulnerable to fire secretly?
Yeah, he does the one where it's like teleportation. There's box 1, box 2, and like the thing for teleportation drops, and it goes secret fire test, and he just walks up and lights the box on fire.
He walks up and douses it in like fucking gasoline and lights on fire. Ooh, you're fireproof. But I want to get to the first end credit scene because
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
So if you remember, actually, in the very beginning of the film, I don't remember if it's the
do.
first time you're
I
in
do
the tower
remember.
or the second time, but there's a glass and you see a caterpillar there.
I saw that very
And at first it's like, I don't know what
Vividly.
that is. Like, it's like, or whatever.
Exactly, I
Well,
have
that
no
ends
idea.
up being, he ends up showing talking to Savini in a cell in the first credit scene. And he is Mr. Mind, who is actually one of Shazam's like oldest villains. His first appearance was in 1943 in
Ooh.
Captain Marvel Adventures number
damn.
26.
goddamn.
So
So
I mean, I wasn't super familiar with him when I saw him. I was like, all right, I kind of know who that is. Like, I feel like I've seen him in some comics, but I don't.
Mhm.
He's not like super well known because again, I don't read that much Captain Marvel or Shazam, mostly because there isn't a lot out there right now,
Gotcha.
or at least new stuff, I should say. Not a lot of new stuff.
Okay.
But essentially, an alien worm with high intelligence and telepathic powers.
Yep.
And he usually carries out villainous plans through an organization called the Monster Society of Evil. I'd have to look up to see who's in that.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
But yeah, I mean, he's one of the oldest villains there, so you can assume he is going to be some sort of an appearance with
Whatever his name is.
Savini in the next film.
Yeah. Yeah, because he shows up in the cell. He has like a little talk box on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is, but he's pretty much talking and he has no idea where it's coming from. And he looks up in the window of the cell and there's the caterpillar that was from the beginning of the movie. There. It's like the 7 realms will be ours. So
Yeah, and I'm looking up.
fucking cool. I really hope they continue with this.
Yeah. I don't really recognize anyone besides Dr. Savini in this Monsters of Evil.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. You would be the man with the plan on
Like
that
I don't really recognize. Oh well, in this one, Black Adam is apparently one of the members.
Never heard of him.
Which I didn't know this. Apparently, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, was a producer for Shazam.
Oh, really?
Apparently, I remember seeing something on Facebook where
Cool, dude.
he put out a thank you video for the fans making a successful film for going to see it, and people were like, yeah, apparently he was a producer, and people have been saying for years, and I think he's kind of been saying it too. He's like, he should be Black Adam, who is essentially like Shazam, but
should.
an older, more tyrannical type
Tyrannical.
person, kind of like an anti-hero where he's like, he does fight for good, but not necessarily for the right reasons or not all the time.
Deadpool.
And a lot of people were also saying when you first see the, like, I don't want to say hologram, but like the light in the very beginning of the film, like makes the champions thing. People were like, that kind of looked a little bit like Dwayne Johnson with like the figure and stuff. So
I guess we'll find out, man.
it would be interesting to see
That'd be
if
pretty cool. Dwayne Johnson
eventually
has he been a superhero yet?
for Marvel or DC, I do not.
No,
think
I know
so.
not for either of them, but I don't like in general like it's just kind of stupid, dumb movie that he was in.
I'm
or
gonna have
something?
to look that up.
He's a superhero in every movie.
I mean, he was in GI Joe.
True.
If you want to consider that kind of like superhero esque.
No, I don't.
I mean, they were like action heroes.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't count that. Motherfucker.
He was in he was in Hercules.
Oh, he's Hercules. Yeah, you're right.
Not necessarily a superhero.
Not a superhero, but a god.
A superhuman. Hercules is in. I think there is Hercules. Hercules.
I'll count that
one.
But
I think in Marvel there's a superhero named Hercules, which is based off of the god.
Well, that makes sense.
Actually, I think there's also there is one in DC also.
But they should have him in one of the DC or Marvel films. I think he'd do very well.
I mean, I would love to see him as Black Adam.
All right, well let's rally for that. Let's get that ball rolling. Make a petition. We'll get some signatures.
Make a petition.
But pretty much that wraps it up. I mean, that was a really, really good movie. Shazam. It was funny. It was family friendly. Literally, he got a whole orphaned, like kind of foster family to come together as one, and he decided to never run away from the family at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So it really sent a good message, and the movie was 2 thumbs up for Al. I would probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
for me.
like I said, I think last week I was like 8.5 or 9, like or
Yep.
8 or 9. Like it's a solid movie. There's
I'd give it a 9.
not
for me.
much that I could go that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense, or that's not like true to the comic character or anything like that.
They introduced it well. I mean, they made it a selective process. I mean, to be Shazam, you had to be pure. You had to be, but pretty much you just kind of my last end of my rope here, so you're it. But
Yeah,
it was very well done. That's pretty much my verdict and synopsis and review. But
yeah. I don't think I
Besides
have
that,
anything else.
that I would go. It's worth it. Go in the movies
Yeah.
to see it. It is absolutely 100% worth it. Not even a matinee. Just go see it.
I saw 10:30 p.m. showing the night it opened, and do not regret it.
Nope. I saw it. I mean, I saw a matinee just because it was the earliest. The most. We decided to go. We're like, all right, what's the next showing? It was 4:20, so we went that time. 4:20. So yeah.
Didn't know that was still considered a matinee.
Before 5 here. It's $2 off. It's $8 a ticket, which is still
Fair
pretty good. Dude,
Yeah.
fucking early bird special. The first showing of the movie a day is $5.
Nice.
That's a
I
steal.
would totally, yeah. I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's all I got, dude.
That's all I got too.
That's all we got. That wraps up the Shazam spoiler. I can do a 30-second recap really fast.
All right, go.
So this week, of course, we talked about our weeks. Talked about the 2 Star Wars trailer coming up. One for a movie, one for a video game. We did the DC Titans casting a new Batman. I forget the guy's name, Ian Glenn, I think it is.
Yep.
And we go through our Shazam spoiler cast. That was pretty much that. Simple and easy, right?
All right.
Oh, fuck. No, we talked about Hellboy. Did I get it in there at the last minute?
Yeah, you got
Okay,
it.
Cool. All right. Well, that'll do it for us, I think, guys. And we'll call it
Yep.
there on Trophy 49, Guy Party Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the party.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I just knocked. Oh,